Hello, this is Andrew from Team Jawin coming at you with a deck profile. Sorry for the lack of videos. It has been a pretty hectic month for a lot of our team members this past couple months. So, without further ado, I'm going to come at you with an updated Dark Magician deck profile. I don't know if the original one's on here or not, or if it was taken down, but I think with all the recent support we got lately, there's some neat ideas that I want to try out. So without further ado, let's start the Dark Magician deck profile. First, we have 3 Dark Magician, kind of self-explanatory. Yes, they're Portuguese, don't care. I plan on replacing them with the Arcana Dark Magicians once I can find them, but yeah, that is what it is. Okay, 3 of him. Next, 3 Magician's Rod. Searches out all your spell cards in this deck, things like Dark Magical Circle, Magician's Navigation, Dark Magic Inheritance, Illusion's Rod, or Illusion Magic, my bad, etc. That, and you can bring this back during your opponent's turn when you activate a spell trap by attributing a spellcaster, and then it's back to your hand, so it's a searcher that's reoccurable. So really, really good. Next, we have 3 Apprentice Illusion Magicians. I know some people say you only need 2 of this. I disagree with that statement. I think there's a mandatory 3 of, so because even if you don't use the search effect, the Honest Like ability is, or Collude ability is a better way to put it, is really good in this deck, making your Dark Magician just become 4,500 to be able to beat over everything it doesn't like. So 3 of her, plus she searches out Dark Magicians and can special herself for free, so really, really good there. I only play 1 Magician of Dark Illusion because I don't feel like he does enough for the deck to play multiples of him. My old profile, I know I played 2 of this. I dropped him to 1 because while his effects are good, I don't like one thing. He's not treated as a Dark Magician in the graveyard. If he was treated as that in the graveyard, this thing would be an excellent 2 of. But since he only counts as a Dark Magician on the field, once he's gone, he becomes inferior. So, yeah. Since you play a lot of spells and traps you want to search in this deck, I play 3 Curry Bandits because outside of Rod and 1 other card in this deck, you don't care about your normal summon that much. He digs for components, including the Eye of Timaeus, Dark Magic Circle, etc. So, yeah. Plus, he's a target for another search card I play in this deck as well. I do play 2 Blue Boy. I do play the Spellbook Engine. I don't like playing the Spellbook Engine in decks because I prefer it in its own archetype. But, yeah. I just feel like this deck absolutely needs it. So, yeah. 2 Spellbook Magician of Prophecy. And for the last monster, 3 Effect Veiler. Spellcaster support, light, helps protect you from really nasty monster effects. And she's a tuner, so once I can get a Fortune Lady every, I will definitely be playing 1 in this deck. So 3 Veiler. That's it for the monsters. On to the spells. Obviously, this is kind of mandatory. 3 Dark Magic Circles. Allows you to dig for your deck for Dark Magician and spell and traps related to him. Also, the fact that once per turn when a Dark Magician is special summoned, you can banish a card your opponent controls. It is really, really good. So 3 Dark Magical Circles. 3 Eye of Timaeus. Now, real quick fun fact for those people. This is not considered a Dark Magician spell or trap. And the reason for that is, unlike the rest of the spell traps that list Dark Magician himself, this says a Dark Magician monster. The reason that's different is there's technically more than 1 Dark Magician monster. There's Dark Magician of Chaos, Dark Magician Girl, etc. They want a spell or trap that lists Dark Magician only in his text. So this is why this cannot be searched out with things like Dark Magic Inheritance, Dark Magic Circle, Magician's Rod, etc. So you have to hard draw or dig for this card. If this card could be searched off this deck would probably be a lot bigger of a contender, a very decent rogue. But without that, so, yeah. Next, 2 Dark Magic Inheritance, just more consistency. Banish spells you no longer need to get back, or get more Dark Magic Circles. Get back Magician's Navigation, etc. But, yet again, this can't search out Eye of Timaeus. 2 Illusion Magic. Digs for Dark Magicians. Allows you to recycle your hand for Magician's Navigation plays. And it also is a card that if you only open up Rod or something like that, or like a Veiler, but you open up all the spells and traps, you still have a way to get to your Dark Magician and start playing. Sorry for the moving of camera. I'm solo here tonight. One Dark Magic attack, just in case, blow your opponent's back row up, etc. It's searchable by multiple means in this deck, so there is no harm. In fact, if you would like to bump this up to multiple copies, like 2 or 3, you are free to do so. I mean, it's basically a Harpy's Feather Duster that is searchable in this deck, so yeah. 1,000 Knives, yet again, just attack. I like it. Gets rid of annoying monsters that are in your way, if they're immune. As I mentioned earlier, I am playing the Spellbook package. So on the side of the 2 Blue Boys, I play 2 Secrets and 3 Knowledge. This deck needs consistency, so you get it wherever you can. Yeah, so there's more consistency. Just more consistency plays. We have 3 Allure of Darkness. Yet again, pretty self-explanatory. Now, one thing I don't play in this deck, because I personally don't own them, sorry for blocking the camera, is for the sheer fact that I don't own them. And I don't have a Metaverse and stuff like that. There's a lot of other cards I'd like to tech in this deck, but I don't have. But Secret Village of the Spellcasters, if you do own them, I would highly recommend finding them, fit them in the deck somewhere. So, onto this low trap count of 6, we have 3 Eternal Soul. This is one of the big key parts of the deck. This, with a fusion, with the fusion monster and the spell card, becomes very annoying for your opponent to deal with. You have Dark Magicians that are unaffected by all card effects. You have once per turn monster recursion, and you can banish a card during each my turn, your turn, and it's like, this is something you need to see quickly, but be warned, you want to protect this card, because if this goes, it takes pretty much all your monsters with it. So be careful. And the last trap, 3 Magician Navigation. Yet again, a lot of people only play 2 of this. I personally prefer 3 for its graveyard effect, and since I play Curry Bandit in my deck, I can send this all to the graveyard, so it's waiting for me. If you weren't playing Curry Bandit or ways to discard this, I would definitely drop it to 2, potentially. But with the variant I have, I think 3 is a safe number, so 3 Magician's Navigation. Now onto the extra deck. We'll start out with the fusions. We have 2 Dark Magician, the Dragon Knights. This card is insanely powerful. Its on-field effect is why it's on the field. Your opponent can't target your spells and traps you control with card effects, nor can they be destroyed by card effects. So remember how I mentioned that Eternal Soul makes all Dark Magicians unaffected by card effects and protects them? This is treated as Dark Magician while on the field or in the graveyard. So it is a Dark Magician that protects your back row at 3,000. The only thing that makes this somewhat a weakness is it's not a spellcaster. If this was a spellcaster, this card would be absolutely bonkers. That and the fact that Itemized isn't searchable. Thank God. So, 2 of that. You play 1 Dark Paladin. It's there just in case you've had a dragon deck. I mean, you have the room in the extra deck. It's a Tamiya's target. That, and if you're fighting another spell-heavy deck, you can just use him to start negating crap, because once you got your setup, you don't really care about the cards in your hand half the time. And the other spell is Amulet Dragon. Now, this is a funny tech, because Sky Strikers, I summon this, I banish all their spells, that's going to hurt. Spellbook, engines, things like that. Decks that rely on their spells being in their graveyard, this hurts a lot. So, yeah, this is actually really good. I like it. So, yeah. So, on to the Xyzes, we play 2 Ebon Illusion Magician. This card is actually really this card is actually really decent because I don't use the 6 upon 6 effect overlay on top of a set 6 rank 6 Xyz. What it is you get once per turn you get attached 1 material from this card, specify 1 spellcaster type normal monster from your hand or deck, aka Dark Magician. When a spellcaster type normal monster declares an attack, you can target 1 card your opponent controls, banish it. That is amazing because on top of the fact that you have Dark Magic Circle banishing card, you have this banishing another card. So really, really good. You easily could cut this down to 1 if you want to put extra deck space, but I really like 2. 1 Ebon High Magician. This does actually have some mild play when I open up a lot of spells and traps. That, and I do like the fact that it allows me to play certain cards during your opponent's turn. Like, let me see here. I could play not even the match. I could play things like Get Out. I could play things like Magician's Navigation from the hand. There's just some nasty cards this card could play during your opponent's turn. So I do like playing one of it for practical applications, mainly the side deck card, because this can activate floodgates from your hand during your opponent's turn. So excellent, excellent. I don't have a side deck built for this yet, but I'm working on it. And last, rank 7, Big Eye. Well, I really don't need to explain this. Take your opponent's monsters. Now for the extra deck. We're first going to start out with 1 Daybreaker, the Shining Magical Warrior. You are constantly summoning Dark Magicians in this deck, so you can put them to these arrows and constantly give them counter. So you can get this thing to an insane amount of attack points. I think I've gotten this up to 9 counters, so last I checked, that's almost 27, 37, 4,300. And then start popping those counters off to destroy things, so really, really good. So that's one rank, link 2. I played one of the new Battle Barricade Board Blocker, just one of, because it's not hard to summon in this deck. I like that this recycles your Dark Magical Circle, which is being the main thing. Another Spellgate, Floodgates. Like if you were to play Secret Village, it would bring this back as well. Bring that back as well. So I like the one. I like the fact that it's a dark. So yeah. Next we have a miniature Nightmare package. I do not have a unicorn a unicorn. If I did, it would be in here. I mean, they're pretty much self-explanatory. This, if you can get in the main monster zone while you're getting your combos off, this is absolutely dumb. You have, like, I had a duel where I have this in the middle, like in the middle zone, and I had a Dark Magician the Dragon Knight keep coming back, and there was nothing my opponent could do because not only were they not able to get rid of the dumb Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight, they couldn't get rid of this because all their monster effects were shut off. So now be warned, this only works if it's in the main monster zone, because if you put it in the extra monster zone, they'll have that arrow. So yeah, or they'll have to do a link of their own. So yeah, this is really, really good. And like I said, these are pretty much self-explanatory. So yeah. And the last card for the deck, and one probably the most broken, Beat Cop from the Underworld. Now the reason I really like this card in this deck is, like I just said earlier, the spell and trap combos with Dark Magician and the Dragon Knight are absolutely insane. Why not just add more protection? You can tribute off, she's any 2 monsters. If you use 2 darks, she gets an effect, which, yet again... Sorry, I was brainstorming there. When it's linked someone uses effect, it gains this effect. You contribute 1 monster, then target 1 face-up card on the field, place its patrol counter on it. You only use this effect once per turn. What makes this dumb is you can keep giving Eternal Soul and Dark Magic Circle counters or whatever you want to, or give them to her, and it's like, yeah, this is a really, really good card in this deck. It's not hard to get her out. It's not hard to get her tribute effect off to protect something. And yeah. Plus, once I get different links, I can link jump with her. Like I said, a couple cards I'd like to put in here are Secret Village if I have them. I definitely want to put a Fortune Lady Every in this deck. I think she's really good. Well, that's really all I have for that deck profile. Thanks for watching. We will try to get you some more videos up. I'm in the process of playing a couple, so hang out there, people. You guys have a good day, and hope to see you at the UDS Invitational in Indy in August. See you later. Out.